Nitai Parakamala. Nitai Parakamala, Toki Chanda Suji Dala. Nitai Parakamala, Toki Chanda Suji Dala. Nitai Parakamala, Toki Chanda Suji Dala. Nitai Parakamala, Toki Chanda Suji Dala.
I was treating patients and I had the phone on and it kept pinging and my patients were like, oh, you're very much in demand. I was like, oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Told you the name?
Yes, Maharaj, amazing.
Sajai Krishna.
Jai. Fantastic. Fantastic, Maharaj. Very honoured.
I thought it was, I liked it also because I didn't think anybody else had that name. But maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know about it.
Huh?
I don't know.
And it's a good.
It's a great name.
Okay, now 164. And one adore must be. Prabhu hey, Yamana Durmati Samsara Bidore, Oriya Chinuami. Yamana Durmati Samsara Bidore, Oriya Chinuami. Javani Jaya, Soroma Jane, Javani Jaya, Soroma Jane, Javani Jaya, Soroma Jane, Vajaya Javani Jaya, Soroma Jane, Vajaya Noya Kori More, Vadida Dekiya, Tovilo Amare Kiya. Noya Kori More, Vadida Dekiya, Tovilo Amare Kiya. Oe Dina Ja, Junabalo Kota, Oe Dina Ja, Junabalo Kota, Oe Dina Ja, Junabalo Kota, Ulakita Aveya. Oe Dina Ja, Junabalo Kota, Ulakita Aveya. Tomare Karite, Krishna Chaitanya, Navaripe Avatar. Tomare Karite, Krishna Chaitanya, Navaripe Avatar. Tomaheno Bhakto, Nirahina Jane, Tomaheno Bhakto, Nirahina Jane, Tomaheno Bhakto, Nirahina Jane, Korevena Baba. Tomaheno Bhakto, Nirahina Jane, Korevena Baba. Vedera Pratidya, Rapi Varadore, Rukmavana Vishwasuta. Vedera Pratidya, Rapi Varadore, Rukmavana Vishwasuta. Mahaprabhu Name, Nariya Matai, Mahaprabhu Name, Nariya Matai, Mahaprabhu Name, Nariya Matai, Hare Maharaj. Today's Bhakti Vinod Thakur's appearance day, so okay, 234. I don't know about all the books. It's in this one. You can see it might be a few pages later in that book. Did you find it? Okay. Oh, maybe you should go in the index, right? Krishna Vaidya Chaturmurti.
238.
Huh?
238.
Okay, here's 334. So. And we'll start with verse 5 where it says Madhavendra Purivar.
Yeah.
Okay,
We start by with verse 5.
number 5 where it says Madhavendra Purivar. Okay. You know that? You see, you know the tune?
Krishna.
Okay, Madhavendra Purivar Sishyabhara Srishwara Madhavendra Purivar Sishyabhara Sishyabhara Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shivara Shakti Sarupakam Bhakti Shastrukya Samrajam Ranarasa Sudanidim. I bow to Sri Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Mahaprabhu's love divine personified. He is the king of all knowers of the purpose of the scriptures, and he is the ocean of Sri Radha's devotion. There's two verses I want to read from Sharanagati. Let's see. saying this. Okay, this is Guru Maharaj's verse about Gurudam Grantadam Gohardam Namadam Muda Bhaktidam Buridam Bande Bhakti Vinodakam Sada Gurudam Grantadam Gohardam Namadam Muda Bhaktidam Buridam Bande Bhakti Vinodakam Sada. I eternally offer my obeisances unto Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur with great joy. Gurudam. He is first and foremost the giver of Sri Guru Bhagavan, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the inaugurator of the new era of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So that's also when it's very intelligent the way Srila Bhakti Vinod Goswami Maharaj, he composed prayers upon the disappearance of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Varaha Dashakam. And in those prayers, he praised Bhakti Vinod Thakur, saying, you can give us everything, including up to you can give us the worship of Radhadasham. You can give us the worship of Srimati Radharani, the worship of Radha and Krishna. You can give us everything. You can give us everything. And then he prays. So Guru Maharaj writes so beautifully about Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur in those prayers that when Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur heard them, he was very satisfied, and he said, at least I know that there is one person who can properly represent this line, and that is Srila Sridhar Maharaj. He commented that upon hearing this. And he said that the prayers were done in such a happy mood. He commented that and said that actually Sridhar Maharaj, he has not written this, but Bhakti Vinod Thakur he has revealed himself through these prayers. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur very much appreciated the prayers of Sridhar Maharaj about Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And he took keen notice of Sridhar Maharaj. And this is very significant because actually Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was advised by Bhakti Vinod Thakur to approach Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and he did, even though apparently Srila Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji was by terms of writing, he was illiterate, he could not read and write, but he was considered a Param Vaishnava, Paramahamsa, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he asked that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, which appeared to be almost, you could say, almost an anomaly. And for that reason, Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji was hesitant to accept Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But finally, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was very insistent. Srila Saraswati Thakur was very insistent, and Gaur-Kishore accepted him. But also Srila Saraswati Thakur always saw Bhakti Vinod Thakur as his guru. And in the book Heart and Halo, as I said before, heart and halo concentrates upon Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because heart refers to Baba and halo refers to Kanti. So Mahaprabhu he's Krishna, but he's covered with the Baba Kanti of Srimati Radharani. He has taken her mood. And Gadadhar Pandit, who's considered like an incarnation of Radharani, he's always chasing after Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu has stolen the Baba Kanti of Radharani. So Gaur Kishore is like a person his property's been stolen by a thief, and he's running after Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu appeared on the full moon. Gadadhar Pandit appeared and disappeared on the Amavasya, the dark moon. But so you could understand, by that occurrence that Gadadhar Pandit was dispossessed of his property, the mood and the Bhavakanti of Srimati Radharani, and he's feeling incomplete in himself, and always running after Mahaprabhu. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur worshipped Gaur Gadadhar. He worshipped like that. But so it's saying in his prayers, he says that well, the point is also saying that he always worshipped Bhakti Vinod Thakur as his guru. And in Heart and Halo, he comments that if I look with my head, little to the side, you could say, or, closer, then I can see that my guru is Guna Manjari. That's Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. He says, I can see that my guru is Guna Manjari. But if I hold my head, looking at the whole picture, if I look at it from more deeply, or more universally, then he said, then I can see that my guru is Srimati Radharani and possessing, but who is Srimati Radharani? Who is possessing all the qualities of Srimati Radharani, then, Astanayika, the divine heroine, Srimati Radharani, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is indicating that if I look closely, I can see Guna Manjari as my guru, but if I see broadly, then I see it as Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur himself. And that is the essence of his, towards his concluding comments on the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it's actually, talking about Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, but also saying that for him, Srimati Radharani came in that person of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. You could say, and there's a book which comments that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur didn't just see Bhakti Vinod Thakur as his father, but saw him as the representation of Radharani. And this was something that Srila Sridhar Maharaj told me one time when I was going out collecting in Calcutta. And I was a new person in the Mott, and I took my collections to the Mott, and I went to give them to Govinda Maharaj. And Govinda Maharaj said, well, Srila Guru Maharaj is sitting there on the veranda, so you take the collections directly to him. So I took the collections to Srila Guru Maharaj, and he is, seemingly sitting in a meditative mood on the veranda, but then when I gave him the collections, he counted the collections, and then he even divided by the number of days I was out and found out, Guru Maharaj said, the average of how much I'd done every day. So he's very, apparently meditative mood, but he is very focused. And And then Guru Maharaj told me, so you have, I had been collecting it, and it was at the time of Janmashtami. And then Guru Maharaj said, well, now you have collected so much for Sri Krishna, but now it's coming up Radhastami. You collected for Janmashtami. So Radhastami is coming up. And Srimati Radharani is the guru of our sampradaya. So what will you do for her? So I was sent out again to Calcutta to continue collecting. But that was, that was Guru Maharaj's mercy in telling me and told me that Srimati Radharani is the guru of our sampradaya. So we'll say that we always, and Guru Maharaj himself was always saying, Dayal Nitai, Dayal Nitai, Dayal Nitai. Without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, we are nothing. But at the same time, we can say that Nityananda Prabhu, up to his guru, we can say, Sakshara Ritu Nasamasta Shastri Ruptashitata Vyateva Sadvi, up to Vatsalya Ras, Shanta Dasya Sakya Vatsalya. But if we consider Madhura Ras, then we will see that Srimati Radharani is the guru of Madhura Ras, and all the other rasas are actually serving to glorify Madhura Ras. Anyway, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saw Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur in that way as a divine presence of Srimati Radharani, more than just his father, So then, in his prayers of Sri Varaha Dashikam, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Varaha Dashikam, disappearance, today is appearance though, but in those prayers, he glorifies Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and in the last stanza, after he's caught the full attention of Srila Saraswati Thakur, he prays to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, is you can give us everything, so my only prayer is that you will give me, I don't know the exact wording, but you will give me increased the service of your most dear Sri Dayantadas or Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He's praying that Bhakti Vinod Thakur give him the opportunity to serve Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I'm paraphrasing, but that is like something that's coming through in the last verse. And here he says, in this prayer, which Guru Maharaj's prayer to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gurudam, you've given us our Guru. Our Guru is Srila Saraswati Thakur. You're so merciful that you've given us a divine person of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Gurudam, he is first and foremost the giver of Sri Guru, Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the inaugurator of the new era of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And then Gurudam Grantadam. Grantadam, he is the author of numerous commentaries, treatises, articles, novels, and songbooks, which represent the condensed essence of revealed truth. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur, it's amazing how much he accomplished. He's full-time magistrate within the British government, and he is a valuable servant to them. But at the same time, he's writing so many books, he's writing so many collections of songs, collections with many, like Sharanagati, Kalyana Kalpataru, so many compilations he's given. He's given commentaries on the Vaishnava literature that was it was many of them were, although so important, they were out of print. And Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he gave us commentaries on Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavad, commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the commentary of Baladev Vidyabhushan's Bhagavad Gita. He gave not only commentary, he gave the whole printing of these books. He gave so many literatures, and then of course Navadip Dham Mahatmya, which is very important to us because it reveals the glories of Shri Navadip Dham, which then takes us to Gauradhamadam. He is the revealer of the abode of Sriman Mahaprabhu, which had become lost due to the course of time. Due to the course of time means to the ever-changing Ganga. The Ganga is always changing. Sometimes it's moving one direction, then it's receding and it's changing. And, you know, like we used to go to all the different deeps and all the different islands. And one of the islands we went to was Rudradweep. And there was an ashram there at Rudradweep, and then the Ganga shifted and took the whole ashram. It was now under the Ganga. The Ganga changes its course. It's done so many, many times. So much so that since the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years ago, the Ganga had changed courses many times, and nobody could say for certain where was Mahaprabhu's holy dham. But Bhakti Vinod Thakur consulted maps. He went there. He himself discovered. He discovered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance place. He took Jagannath Das Babaji there, who was invalid, carried in a basket, and when they got to that place, then said that Jagannath Das Babaji jumped, and he was, at the place of the revelation by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Mahaprabhu's appearance place. Gauradhamadam, he is a revealer of the abode of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Namadam, he is the giver of the name, the proper conception of the name, the Shuddhanam. He's giving, he's written Harinam, Chintamani, he's written many beautiful explanations about the chanting of the holy name. He's written books like Jaiva Dharma. He's, Sri Krishna Samgita, is it? Or, trying to remember. He wrote commentaries. He even, he sent writings to the Western countries, McGill University in Canada. He gave the Bhagavad its philosophy and it's philosophy and ethics. Is that it? I'm trying to remember. It's speaking to the Western scholars of India, and those who are interested, and he's talking about the importance of Bhagavad philosophy, and in it he says very beautiful things, like he says that fear of God is the religion of the masses, but love of God is the religion of the saints. So he had a very nice presentation in addressing Western audiences. So after Gauradham, I mentioned Grantadam, so many books he wrote. Gauradham, discovering the place of Mahaprabhu's appearance. Namadam, the giver of the proper conception of the holy name. The Shuddhanam, explaining that, as I said, Harinam Chintamani. Bhaktidam, he is the giver of pure devotion, the proper conception of pure devotion in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami. So everything is given by Bhakti Siddhanta Sar, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And Buridam, he is the bestower of an abundance of divine fortune, ultimately the service of Srimati Radharani. So that prayer again is Gurudam, Grantadam, Gauradhamadam, Namadam Buddha, Bhaktidam, Buridam, Bande, Bhakti Vinodakam Sada. And so this is you can say, the invocation, Mangala Charan, glorification for Sharanagati. Guru Maharaj is giving a commentary on Sharanagati. Sri Raghu Chandrika Bhashya, his commentary on Sharanagati, Bhakti Vinod Thakur's collection of many many prominent songs about Sharanagati. And actually, the full commentary, the Lagvachandrika Bhashya's commentary on the songs, but the real commentary also on the topic of Sharanagati is expressed by Guru Maharaj in Prapana Shishi Prapana Jivanamrita. And in that Prapana, and I believe it's here even in this Sharanagati, I believe there's places where Guru Maharaj said, as I've said in Prapana Jivanamrita, he's quoting from his own work, but you know, that is a compilation of everything, you know, progressing the qualities of Sharanagati by Guru Maharaj. And Sharanagati, of course, a collection of songs by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So, in this verse, Guru Maharaj summarizes so many things that, you know, summarizes so many things that Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And I always say Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur out of force of habit because, but you know, it's actually, they're inseparable. Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And we've heard from, you know, in that sense, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he you know, he showed the glory, the authenticity of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Because Gaudiya Vaishnavism had been almost, we would say, degraded by the presence of so many Apasampradayas. You know, groups like, you know, the Sahajiyas, the Jati Gosais, the Gauranga Nagaris, and the Bals and Nals, and so many different groups that could not, you know, that misrepresented greatly Gaudiya Vaishnava and gave it a very bad name, so much so that we heard at that time that if a Vaishnava came to a person's house, the person would say something like, just give him some rice and send him away. You know, thinking they're all a bunch of beggars. We don't want to have the association of them. But Bhakti Vinod Thakur restored the nobility of the Gaudiya Vaishnava line. And he presented literatures that showed, you know, about, you know, giving commentaries of the Goswamis, Jiva Goswami, commentary on Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha, Nadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam, first verse of Brahma Samhita, which was found in South India by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur is giving all these books that show the evidence, the beauty of what is Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and restoring that dignity, and then printing many books, but he also prayed for someone who would continue his work, and that person came to Srila Saraswati Thakur. And Srila Saraswati, it said that Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he principally worked within the structure of the, we can say, the Hindu society. What is the Hindu society? He worked within the structure of the Hindu society, because if you understand the situation, what was going on, that is a natural consequence to operate within the structure of the Hindu society to restore the dignity of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. But it is said that when Srila Saraswati Thakur came and he built upon the work of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he established the Brihad Mridanga, the printing press, which would spread Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan all over the world and spread. And then he also gave commentaries as Bhakti Vinod, what is it? Bhakti Vinod Thakur, what is it? The Anubhashya and the Bhakti Vinod Thakur is the, what is the commentary called? Vaishnava. My memory going back. They both gave commentaries on the Vaishnava scriptures. Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Nizami Bhashya. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur then broke a little with the form of the presentation, and Srila Guru Maharaj said that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur continued Bhakti Vinod Thakur's mission, but he also did it when he structured the Gaudiya Math, which was said to be stand for the dignity of mankind, the Gaudiya Math, and in that he established like an army and conducted a revolution. You know, Srila Guru Maharaj said Saraswati Thakur was revolutionary in all ways. Bhakti Vinod Thakur in the structure of society, and Srila Saraswati Thakur is a revolutionary. He crafted an army. The Gaudiya Math was, instrument for spreading, and he had generals. He established. He broke with the previous form. Gave out, the saffron. Gave saffron cloth. Created brahmacharis, created generals, sannyasis, gave poita to persons, or Gayatri initiations to persons who were not born in Brahmin families. He was seen, Saraswati Thakur, Srila Saraswati Thakur was seen as, many persons were, shocked, and they were, how are you?
Baruch Hashem, thank you.
So,
I just want to say, happy birthday, Srimati Radhika Devi, our most beloved Divine Mother.
okay.
Please
But today
accept
is also, if you're talking about birthdays, today is Bhakti Vinod Thakur's birthday.
Yes.
Yes, his divine appearance day.
Jai, Sri Guru, Sri Guranga, Jai, eternal Jai. Sorry.
So I was saying, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is writing and working within the structure of the Hindu society, but Srila Saraswati Thakur is a revolutionary. And many of the things he did were outside the normal, norms of the society. And because for instance, when Jagadananda visited Vrindavan and saw Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana Goswami had some saffron cloth on his head, and Jagadananda became ecstatic, and he said that, oh, you have the cloth of Mahaprabhu. He was very ecstatic. And Jagadananda commented, and then Sanatana Goswami said, no, actually this cloth was given to me by Mukunda Saraswati. Then Jagadananda, another sannyasi, then Jagadananda became furious because he expected exclusive devotion from Sri Sanatana Goswami, and he reacted very angrily. He was cooking and he wanted to hit Sri Sanatana Goswami with a pot. And Sanatana Goswami said, actually I did this deliberately because we all know of your great love for Mahaprabhu, but if there's no we wanted to see a demonstration of it. Then Sanatana Goswami said, actually, we have no use for this saffron cloth. And the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, he said, Vaishnava, we don't have use of the saffron cloth. But Srila Saraswati Thakur introduced, although we know Mahaprabhu took sannyas, and there were 10 sannyasis with Mahaprabhu, but normally Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they didn't wear saffron cloth, they wore white cloth. But Srila Saraswati Thakur established saffron cloth because he said that the Sahajas in Vrindavan were degrading the image of the Goswami Besh that was used by the 6 Goswamis. So he said that should be worshipable and not imitated. So we will use saffron cloth as to show some proper respect for the Babaji or the Goswami Besh, and we will use the saffron cloth. So he gave that to brahmacharis, those who were lifelong brahmacharis. He gave that to sannyas. He gave Gayatri initiation to persons who were not born as Brahmins. In this way, he did many things that were, you could almost say, were so much outside the scope of the society that sometimes when he took pilgrims to Vrindavan, stones were thrown at them. He was sometimes in Navadip. When there was some plot to kill Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he exchanged cloth with one of the grihastas to escape from the place where they were having the program. Guru Maharaj said that one time later, one man who was previously against Srila Saraswati Thakur, he came and Guru Maharaj saw him and knew that he was in opposition before, and he says, "Baba, why are you here?" And he said, "I have come to learn that Srila Saraswati Thakur was right and we were wrong." He commented. And then he said about Srila Sridhar Maharaj, "And in you I can find 3 very special qualities." He said, deep intelligence, you could say uncommon common sense, deep intelligence, strong common sense, and a disinterested nature. He said he found these qualities in Srila Sridhar Maharaj. But he had come to realize, and you can understand partly through the preaching of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he'd come to realize that Srila Saraswati Thakur was right and the opposition was wrong. So many smarta Brahmins, so many persons like this. But as I was saying, originally everything began with Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Srila Saraswati Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur prayed for someone who would continue his work. He actually called it pray for a ray of Vishnu. And that ray of Vishnu came as Srila Saraswati Thakur. Though maybe outwardly there's a difference in form, that Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he worked within the society, but he did so also because, as I said, there was to reestablish the name of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And then Saraswati Thakur, as Guru Maharaj commented, he said, he conducted a totalitarian war against Maya. So that was Srila Saraswati Thakur, and he did so, structuring the Gaudiya, a revolutionary army, which was, although he says Gaudiya Mat stood for the dignity of all mankind, it was his powerful tool for spreading and preaching all over India. So I have so much to, thank Srila. Guru Maharaj didn't like the word thank you, so I won't use that word thank you, but we have so much that we can, appreciate and worship of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So many gifts he's given us. That's why I read that verse of Sharanagati. Because Guru Maharaj continues after that verse, let's see. First he gives the Guru Parampara, and he talks Gurudam, Grantadam, in the Mulacharan. Gurudam, Grantadam, Ramadamadam, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Gurudam, Grantadam, Goradam, Namadam, Muda, Bhakti Dam, Buridam, Vande Vinodakam Sada. And he has a prayer also about Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, where he says that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur rescued the conditioned souls and gave them the shelter of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Swaira charabdi samagnam jivan gorangri pankajay udritya sharana pater mahatmyam samabodayat. My master, the universal guru, Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, uplifts the conditioned souls submerged in the ocean of their whimsical activities to the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga and enlightens them with the greatness of Sharanagati. Let me be a particle of dust at his supremely magnanimous lotus feet. And then he says, Gurudam Grantadam Goradamadam Namadam Muda Bhaktidam Buridam Vande Bhakti Vinod Sada. I offer my obeisance to Srila Bhakti Vinod, who has given us the Guru, Srila Saraswati Thakur, who appeared as his son, Grantadam, who rediscovered the place which had been lost of Mahaprabhu's divine appearance. Goradam, he gave that. Grantadam, he gave all the Vaishnava. He gave all the Vaishnava literatures. He wrote so many commentaries, so many collections of songs. Namadam, the pure conception of the Shuddha Nam. Bhaktidam gave us what is pure devotion. Buridam, he is the bestower of an abundance of divine fortune, ultimately the service of Srimati Radharani. So, that Srila Srila Maharaj has explained our line is based on Siksha. And he says it's not always a physical representation of guru to disciple, guru to disciple. That, of course, happens, but we are focused upon those who are the most prominent within our line. And they will appear, as it said, like lighthouses. They're showing the path of devotion. They're giving us what is the proper direction. So these are some, great personalities. If you look at the representation of the parampara that's given, you can see that there are gaps of time. Doubtless, during that time, there was a continuation of guru to disciple. But when we see that, we're seeing, you know, we can say from a comparative standpoint, you could almost say, we're seeing who are the most prominent Vaishnavas in that line. And that is really what is given as the Guru Parampara. That who is continuing the line of Siksha? And what is that line of Siksha? Now you see that, you know, when we sing, for instance, as we sang today, because it's Bhakti Vinod Thakur's appearance, we sang the Guru Parampara. And then you can see that then there's, you know, Mahaprabhu and his prominent followers, Rup Sanat, Swarup Damodar, we can see Rup Sanatan, you know, all these great personalities. And then we go on and come to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. We come to, you know, personalities like this who are, you know, so prominent for what they've given, what their commentaries are, and how much they've enhanced the line of Siksha. There may be gaps of time. So when Bhakti Vinod Thakur comes, he comes as so prominent before he's prominent within the, you know, the society of India at the time. He's a prominent person within even the British government. But then what he's given in terms of devotion, that is unimaginable, it's unsurpassed, what he has given. And so he became like that personality who really stood so prominent in terms of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Then we see Srila Saraswati Thakur. And actually Srila Saraswati Thakur, he had so many illustrious, you know, disciples. Yeah, there were many. We have, you know, Bhakti Sharanga Goswami, he was very prominent. Bhakti Daita Madhav Maharaj, great preacher. And many of his disciples were, you know, like during the time of Srila Saraswati Thakur, the Gaudiya Math had a very good reputation all over India as being the society which was establishing, you know, some dignity to Mahaprabhu's line. And then, of course, you know, we have some partiality. We didn't know all these great personalities, but we knew Srila Sridhar, we knew Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we knew Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Through Srila Sridhar Maharaj, we heard so much about Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he also commented about Govinda Maharaj. He said, Govinda Maharaj never personally met Srila Saraswati Thakur, but it was as if he had met him because so many of Srila Saraswati Thakur's disciples came to the Gaudiya Math, and they all gave blessings to Srila Govinda Maharaj. And he got so much of the essence and substance of what each person had to give. Govinda Maharaj said he tried to be able to take something from each of the good qualities. When he found good qualities in a Vaishnava, he tried to be able to develop those good qualities within himself. And in that way, what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur came to give was Paramahamsa Dharma. And that, you know, Guru Maharaj commented that it was as if Srila Govinda Maharaj had been trained by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur because he had the association of so many of those prominent devotees. So I'm trying to give something of what I consider to be continuation of what Bhakti Vinod Thakur came to give. And we're trying to live that. I mean, we're not just looking at this as something out of history. We don't consider. When I was with Srila Govinda Maharaj, you know, many times Govinda Maharaj would read the Chaitanya Charitamrita in the morning, and you know, he'd just pick up the book, Bengali, and he'd begin reading, and he'd chant verses. But in addition to that, I always felt like, because when I always felt like through Srila Govinda Maharaj himself, I was seeing within or through the pages of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Govinda Maharaj's humor, what Srila Govinda Maharaj would eat, what he would take, you know, how he would act, how he displayed his humility. So many qualities. And I read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it was as if those qualities, you know, were living. They were living in the person of Srila Govinda Maharaj. Anyway, this has been my, like, what I consider to be my fortune. I am, you know, I've now passed a significant portion of my life, you know, in the service of Guru Maharaj and Srila Govinda Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. And I had the association of those Vaishnavas. And now, you know, in their absence, I consider myself unqualified, but I'm trying to continue with their teachings. That Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, in the absence of one's guru, one will then look for the association and the training of a Siksha Guru. So we did that, and it's an ongoing living thing. We continue to try to do that, but when Prabhupada disappeared, we went and had the association of Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Srila Sridhar Maharaj gave us a person of Srila Govinda Maharaj. And so many years have passed like that, like 40-some years. And now that Srila Govinda Maharaj has left, and we find also ourselves, and I find myself like now older and like given some responsibilities by Srila Govinda Maharaj to continue what he himself did. And that way, that's also, you could say to some extent, that brought me here to London, because I was here when the deity here of Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari was established, was brought here. And I had previously, even when I visited once, some time ago, to Sagar Marsh, we went up to, Harrogate in what is that? It's in the same square. Leeds is Yorkshire. Harrogate is in the northern part of Yorkshire. And we drove up there. And this deity here, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, I believe, he was in Harrogate. And then he came to Green Street, and then he came here and he took possession of this whole beautiful temple. And now he's here. So when I was here at the time when Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we had that initial celebration of his arrival here. So I was invited by the devotees here, Saraswati, Ravani, and others, to come for the anniversary of the deity's arrival here in this temple. And I came here, and I'm very happy to be able to be here again, and also visit Green Street and see the deities of Shishi, Guru, Gauranga, Radha, Shyamsundar. Very nice. And then I went to Milan, Italy for a week to visit there in Villa Govinda, they call it Villa Govinda Ashram, Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat, Villa Govinda Ashram is what they call it, in Milan, with the devotees there. many nice devotees, but headed by Krishna Kanta and Munindra Mohan and others there. Oh, it's very nice. So this trip I've got to go to those places. And now tomorrow I go back to, we'll go back to SoCal in California. So I'll be back there. But I'm very happy to be all here with all of you and to be able to be here on this important day of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's divine appearance. This is, I can say this is really what we live for this, to be able to glorify the Vaishnavas. That is, you could say that is really our religion. We are really about the glorification of the Vaishnavas, and we will find our best hope within the heart of a saint. If we can find some place in the heart of a saint, especially we're looking to our Vaishnava saints, if we can find some place in their heart, then we know that we have accomplished something, or what, more than, I don't even want to use the word accomplish something, I'll say that we have some good prospect. We have more than good prospect. We have, we have some shelter. So that is really what, and I'm traveling to be here with all of you and to be able to celebrate these so many divine days. Now tomorrow is the disappearance day of Srila Haridas Thakur, and I have to leave, but normally what we're doing in the morning is we're reading the chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which deals with the passing of Haridas Thakur. So it is, we do it mostly as a morning program, but you have a chance maybe you can do that. I don't know, you have to leave, maybe I can't do that, but you can read from the Anjalila, the passing of Srila Haridas Thakur, just, that's all I'm doing when I'm there. I'm reading that chapter, and it's very glorious. So that'll give you appreciation of these days. Jai Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat ki jai. London Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Shishi Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhariju ki jai. Does anyone have a question? Or? Okay. So,
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Maharaj, first of all, kindly please accept many thanks for the presence and your loving service. I never forget your kind words last time when I saw you at Green Street. And can't wait to visit you in SoCal when we had the
yes, I remember.
numerous, you remember me? No?
Yes.
When we had the numerous opportunity for myself, my children, Naomi's not here, Shmuel is my son, and their mother, I received unspeakable mercy from Srila Govinda Maharaj. And that mercy, no doubt, is of eternal consequence. Now, having said that, I have a question and a comment, or comment and a question, whichever way you want to look at it. And that is sort of a most intrinsic inquiry into the very nature of distinction between attraction and I realized that there is a mundane attraction and sort of the supreme attraction, but I want to just focus on attraction as it is, without dissecting necessarily. Attraction with a capital A, if you will. And the equally important, the absolutely intrinsic nature of praying. And I'm wondering, especially contextualize praying and or attraction in what Srila Sridhar Maharaj said.
What's the word you're saying? Praying or praying?
Praying, prema.
Okay.
Praying. And what Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, which I'm equally grateful for his words and his wisdom, he said the innermost hankering of every living entity, he said every is not for beauty, affection, harmony, is for beauty, love, and affection. In essence, he's talking about praying, or praying like you. I'm not an expert in the language. And not for power, knowledge, or anything else. I think these words are of extraordinary significance. And I'm wondering if we are sometimes undervaluing and underestimating the direct power that Radha Krishna consciousness potentially, with a capital P, can inflict, and in the innermost being of Radha Krishna consciousness, they desire nothing but to extend prema towards the entire creation, as the Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying. And of course, the important, nobody in the right mind will question the importance of Guru. But let us not forget that Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati, Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada said that everyone should strive, or something to that effect, to become a guru. I don't think that Srila Prabhupada was being facetious or that he lied. Forgive me, please, for even I thought, but I'm saying that in a purely inquisitory way of speaking, or even allegorical way of speaking. So if we would, and I'll stop there, permit me please to say that in essence, if we would unleash the power, even the indirect power of Radha Krishna consciousness on the entire, through us and through the Guru, but nevertheless trick, almost like the Buddha, who supposedly tricked the entire creation, and he said, well, the only thing that there is, was, and will be is compassion. And anything and everything outside of compassion is illusion.
Okay, one thing though, Prabhu, I was doing this program for Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and the devotees are coming, many, and myself also, but I wanted to conclude the program, and I feel this question is kind of vast. I can't, we can't just give a summation in 1-2 minutes of, a subject like this. But, as far as prema is concerned, the vehicle I will see for presenting the conceptions of Mahaprabhu to the entire world, which is the conception of Radha Krishna. as you put it, Radha Krishna consciousness. But we'll call it as Srila Bhakti Vinod Swami Prabhupada called it. He called it, Krishna consciousness. But ultimately, the name Krishna consciousness is the name of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya means Krishna consciousness. So whatever we're getting towards these conceptions is coming through the person of Mahaprabhu. And ultimately, Mahaprabhu is being given to us through the Vaishnavas. So you can say they don't want to minimize the importance of the contribution of Guru and of the Vaishnavas, of persons and all that. But that is ultimately who, for us, is giving us everything. We can't have these things if it's not coming through the mercy of Guru. Srila Maharaj has said, and I don't think you're disagreeing with me, but I'm just saying, but Srila Maharaj has said that, the subjective plane is descending to us through from above, and ultimately we're getting the mercy of above and everything, which will include these, which will include the full development of love. Prema is ultimately love for Godhead, love for the divine Shishi Radha Krishna. This will come to us from above, not through our own endeavor, but that is always coming through the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Without the mercy of the Vaishnavas, I have no access to these conceptions. It has to be presented to me by a Param Vaishnava. It's a Param Vaishnava who, like one time, I just was remembering today when I took, when I was with Srila Bhakti Vinod Swami Prabhupada, we were in Tirupati, and when Prabhupada was leaving this world, he thanked me for taking him to. He said, "Thank me for taking him to Tirupati." And he said, it's through a small thing I would consider, but Prabhupada gave some significance to it because I arranged for him to go there, and then he said, "By your mercy, I've seen Tirupati." And I told him, "By my mercy." I said, I wouldn't even know what the word Tirupati means were it not for you. To me, it would be something unknown to me, Tirupati. And if I made some arrangements for Srila Prabhupada, it was just a continuation. It was something of my service offering to him. But what was that service was ultimately given by him. Without him, I wouldn't have that service. So my feeling is, I have something to say about Prema, but I don't feel to have the time now. But I'm, my consideration of all this was that, sometimes in this, as you're saying, sometimes in this world, we minimize very important conceptions by, like, let's just say one devotee, he wrote that he took his mother to see Taj Mahal. She was visiting India. He took her to see Taj Mahal. And then he wrote, which is common with devotees, he said, "Well, what is the Taj Mahal? It's just a monument to lust." But it's actually, it's not just a monument to lust. It's an offering, of a person's love for his wife, But he said it's just a monument to lust, and that's all there is in this world. It's lust. So it's easy to say that because we see around us so much monuments to lust, movies and songs and everything like that. But then my comment to him was, why you're saying there's nothing in this world but lust, but I don't agree with that. Because you took your mother to see the Taj Mahal? Why did you take her to the Taj Mahal, which you said is nothing but a monument to lust? He wrote that. Why did you take your mother to the Taj Mahal? What was your affection for your mother? It's just, you're saying nothing but lust, but I don't think you have that affection for your mother. You know, you took her out of a feeling of love. So where does that love come from? What is the conception that we feel in this world when we feel affection, you know, affection for one another, affection for our parents, affection for the Gurudev, affection for the deities, affection in so many ways? Where is that coming from? Where is it coming from? If it's not coming from the divine plane, maybe sometimes it is seen in this world as just a reflection of what is there, like, you know, like as Krishna says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Chatushloki, that's just, we're seeing sometimes light in the shadows. Well, where is that light coming from? That light is ultimately a reflection of reality. That reality is, as you know, the love that we are perceiving, even sometimes so many ways it's seen as love for one's children, you know, but ultimately that is coming from a source. And we are seeing sparks, we are seeing reflections, we are seeing, you know, the presence, and maybe we're seeing it, you know, in almost in an imperceptible way through our material cataracts. But, you know, still, what we are seeing, you know, we can say that, you know, that there's so much beauty in nature. If we look, somebody could say, yes, but there's also cruelty in nature, you know, that one living entity is eating another. But when I look at nature, I'm still seeing so much beauty all around me. And I know you know about that because you're dealing with homeopathic medicine and so many things that we've talked about. So you know the essence of, you know, there's so much beauty and essence in nature. So where's that coming from? It's coming from the divine source. So if you want to talk about prema, that's very good. But I'm just saying that, you know, we sometimes will take some incomplete presentation without understanding. I mean, it's easy to say that this is the world of Maya, this is the world of illusion, but we're seeing something within this world that is, you know, sparks of reality also, seeing rays of light coming from the divine plane. We'll see it in the beauty of nature. We'll see it in love that we may feel for one another. You know, there's so many ways. And I also have always taken different, exception, when many times atheists, they can talk about the abuses of religion. But beyond that, if somebody doesn't see the divinity, the absolute, if somebody can't see that life itself is divine, if they don't have that vision, then they're very jaded. They're very jaded. They can tell us, oh, religion's a hoax. The belief in God is a hoax. That God is just invented to cover up man's feelings of insecurity. But I'd say, but if you cannot see the beauty and the dignity, the divinity, if you can't see that life itself is divine, then you are dead to the world. You can talk about this ism or that ism, anything you believe in. But if you can't see that within life itself, that your life is not something mechanical or material, then I would say then there's something seriously wrong with you. And Srila Maharaj said, the thinking is not coming from the brain. The brain is just a workshop. But the thinking is coming from the heart, from the mind. So I'll just conclude here. I'm going to sing Hari Araya and we'll conclude our celebration of the appearance day of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So many of the devotees, I appreciate their patience, and they're here, and they've come from far, and they still have far to travel after the program. So we sing Hari Hari, and I'm happy that you came. I'm happy to see you after so many years. Last time I saw you, now you're looking very much like the last time I saw you. But that's a good thing. So happy to have you here.
Jai Radhe Radhe.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Nama Maisa Parikara Shishi Guru Goranga Radha Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Parabhajakacharya Statara Sadar Shri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Parabhajakacharya Statara Sadar Shri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanika Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem Se Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Vishvavaranya Srila Bhakti Vinod Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. London Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Avirbhav Mahotsav Ki Jai. The divine appearance day of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande.
Srila Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.